Hello, today we are going to discuss about what are the problems which we will face if we try to tilt our head towards left and right or towards back and forward. See, our cervical spine is made with seven different bones, and in between we have the soft tissue, that's the disc. And when we tilt our head towards maybe towards right or left, this bone tries to maintain the alignment. And when it's moved towards right, the disc gets bulged towards the left side, and there is a swelling or a slip disc which happens to the opposite side. Or when we try to keep our spine always towards right or always towards left or any position, it becomes a habit that the disc have to slip towards the opposite side. So what happens within your body when this disc which bulges towards the opposite side? See, now if I'm tilting my head towards my right side of my body, like maybe I keep my hand over here or over here and I sit in this position, okay, there is a compression which takes place towards the right side of my part, and that gives a compression, a pinch nerve, the nerve which comes from the brain have been pinched off at the right cervical position of maybe C3, C4, C4, C5, and that radiates down towards your hand, so that we start getting frozen shoulder of your right side or a tennis elbow of your right hand, or maybe a carpal tunnel syndrome, and which is a narrowing of your wrist joint, and you get tingling sensation of these two fingers, middle fingers, and numbness of your fingers. Maybe few people show when the compression is much more, okay, they just have a crippled hand, and it's very difficult for them to hold on anything or to open their hand, and even it's very difficult for them to write things. So we have to be very careful on certain things when we keep our head. Okay, it has to be always straight. The posture of your neck should be straight. See, this weight of your whole scalp, your brain, falls on your cervical neck. And even when you drive a motorcycle or so, the helmet which comes, you have to have a rest on the shoulders, okay, rather than only on your scalp, so that the friction does not take place and the disc does not come out, okay, so that you get various problems because of cervical spondylitis. Even these compressions can cause, okay, headaches, hearing defects, eyesight disorders, and even migrainal headaches, where it's only one-sided and at particular time it comes, and it goes to one extent of even vertigo, where people give complaint of while they get up they have immediately giddiness which shoots towards one side and they have a fall, and such problems are basically because of a small problem that is called as a pinch nerve at your cervical region. So we have to be very careful always to maintain it proper position. So I always insist my guest rooms, whoever they come to me, I always insist them that never be a posture which gives a symbol of sadness. See, when we keep our hand like that, it shows that your concentration is somewhere else and your thought process is very high, and you feel a little bit of sadness. So that I always tell, try to be happy, give a smile in your face, never be sad. Okay, and whenever we see a table or a chair, always we try to tilt towards one side and sit at that position, and that itself is causing a problem. So that try to maintain your posture, which through which you can avoid lots and lots of diseases. Next, this has much more internal problems, which maybe our medical science have missed to explain us. See, whenever I am tilting it towards one side of my body, maybe now it's my left side, so that I'm tilting it towards my left side, my right nostril is little bit ahead, it's up, and my left nostril is down, so that what happens within fraction of seconds, my left nostril gets closed off and my right nostril starts becoming dominant. And we should know that the right nostril is dominating or governing our left brain. And when I'm sitting towards my right of my body, my left nostril is dominant and my left nostril is governing my right side of my brain. And you should know that left and right brain have different action for the whole system as such. When your right nostril is dominant, that is when you sit tilted towards your left side and your right nostril is up, your body becomes warm, because it's called, according to the Vedas of Indian side, it's called to be as a Surya Naadi. It increases your heat because your left brain is activated. And simultaneously, when your left nostril is dominant, when you tilt towards right side, your right brain is not or dominant. That is a cooling effect that is called as a Chandra Naadi. It gives a moon effect. So that we have to keep this moon and the sun effect in balance as such. That is, your right and your left brain should be always under balance. See, what are the problems which you will face if at all your right nostril are dominated? When your right nostril is dominant, the heat of your body increases, so that you feel excess of hunger, so that you take excess of food. Then this heat which burns your food completely, so that there is an acidity or gastritis which is created within your body, and that will cause lots and lots of thought processes, and simultaneously it gives joint pain. And this even is a cause for excess of anger and uncontrolled temper. Okay, so that we have to be careful that your right nostril is not dominant. Simultaneously, when your left nostril is dominant, you see that your body becomes too much cool, so that you start increasing your weight. There is a chance of getting hypothyroid. And simultaneously, I will tell that though you don't eat food properly, your weight is increasing, because kapha prabhav, that is, your fulgum is increased within your body. And there are chances for getting all sorts of respiratory disorders and indigestion. So back again, we are giving a chance for the vat, that is air element within the body, which will back again give you a sort of depression and jointly pain. See, this is what which we always have to take care, that both the nostrils have to be in balance, that your left and the right, that is the Surya and the Chandra, that is your sun and your moon part of your body, should be always kept under balance, so that your decision making will be under perfect position. See, and that itself is a cause of all sorts of disorders. Try to change your postures. Never ever try to tilt your head either left and right. This back again happens when you cross your leg. When you cross your leg on your knee while you sit position, the shoulders get tilted towards one side when you cross your either left or right. And when you tilt it back again for buoyancy, your head goes towards your right, so that the right compression takes place. Back again, the same disorder is taking place for both sides. It's towards the brain and towards cervical spine. Simultaneously, if you cross towards your left leg towards your right leg, you raise your left shoulder up and tilt your head towards left, so that compression is taking place towards left rather than towards right. It's expanded. So that be away from this cervical spondylitis and try to balance your brain, which is very important for the whole system as such. And you can be away from illness also as such. And if at all you have any disorders, through this balance we can treat you also through treating your nostril. That is what is taught in breathing exercises, where Patanjali have told in Nadi Sodhan Pranayam Nadi Shuddhi, that is called as Anubala, where we try to balance the brain through balancing our nostrils. We breathe in through left, we breathe out through right, and back again through right in and breathe out through left. This balances our brain, but we have to take care that we sit straight, erect, and then try to do any breathing exercise rather than sitting in an erratic position. Be careful. Whenever you sit in a wrong position, you're going to have a problem. Whenever you're noting that, you're going to have a proper position, and for sure I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy the best health of your side. Okay, teach each and every one whomsoever sits in front of you a little bit bent or tilted towards, try to tell that, try to maintain proper position. That is going to help the whole family, the whole society, and as such we are going to build up a stronger and healthy world. And if at all you love this video, please share it with your friends and family members, and do subscribe. And every day we'll come with small informations which will help you a lot. Thank you. Bye.